Mr. Rosenberg, how do I go about determining whether or not an injury? What defines an actual personal injury versus just like a normal injury versus a workers' compensation injury?
Glad you asked me that question, Wes, because we hear it from our clients a lot. And actually, sometimes the answer to that question is both aspects, both workers' compensation and personal injury, exist in the same injury, in the same accident. But let's go over it quickly. A workers' compensation injury occurs when you are doing your employer's business, whether you're in an office, on a production line, you may be delivering something for your employer, you may drive for a living for your employer, and you get into an accident. It may be a slip and fall accident. You may be delivering a parcel to some other office and you're walking up the stairs and maybe the stairs are broken or uneven or defective or wet and you slip and fall and injure yourself. So number one, that's a workers' compensation injury. Even though you're not in the office at the moment, you're working doing your employer's business. And while in the pursuit of your employer's business, you've been injured. That alone makes it a workers' compensation injury. And here in the Kansas City area, you may have a Kansas workers' compensation injury if it happened in Kansas. It may be a Missouri workers' comp injury if it happened in Missouri. On the other hand, it can happen in Missouri, but you were working for your Kansas employer at the time, and in fact, you've got a claim in both states, and there are advantages to filing in both states, certain advantages to each state in terms of the claimant's rights and the benefits that we can get for them. So that's a workers' compensation injury. A personal injury is typically outside the context of work, and for instance, you're at a four-way intersection, you're at a stop sign, you've stopped, you have the right of way, it's your turn to go, and then maybe someone 90 degrees to your right, blows through their stop sign and crashes into your vehicle, damages your vehicle, injures you. They're at fault in the accident. That's a personal injury accident. What makes it personal is not only is your car been damaged, but your body's been damaged. You've suffered an injury to your body that's most likely going to require medical treatment and a healing period. So that's a personal injury accident because, in fact, there's an injury to your person and it happened outside the context of work. Now let's talk quickly about a situation where you have both claims in one accident. So let's suppose you're a professional driver. Maybe you're a cab driver, shuttle driver. Maybe you're delivering a parcel for your employer. And you're in your car. Same scenario as the personal injury accident. You're stopped at a stop sign. It's your turn to go. You've got the right of way. You proceed, and somebody comes from 90 degrees opposed and blows through their stop sign and crashes into you and injures you. Number one, you've got a work comp injury because you are on the job. Even though you're not in your boss's office, in the company office, you're out there doing work for the company at the request of the company, and so that's a work comp injury. But it's also a personal injury, so you're going to get a recovery also from that bad driver or from his insurance company for the personal injuries that you suffered to your body. So the work comp insurance company has got benefits for you and settlement money for you depending on how bad your accident and your injury is. And the other driver's car insurance company has also got benefits for you. So you've got a double claim there. But basically, that's the lay of the land in distinguishing between a work comp injury on the one hand, personal injury on the other, and the other situations where both claims exist within one accident.
That sounds rather complicated. I can surmise right off the bat that, and I know behind the scenes that you offer advice. If somebody is in that situation, don't try to figure it out for yourself because they can just call you.
They can call us. They can call us immediately as soon as they've been in an accident or as their case develops, when they begin to get misgivings about how it's developing and they're beginning to hear language that they may not be familiar with, terms they're not familiar with, and they're getting answers from insurance companies and adjusters that seem to be putting them off and going in the direction of denying benefits that they think they should be entitled to. Yes, they should call us. We can straighten them out on a lot of that information And of course, if need be, we can become involved and represent their legal interests in these situations, because you're right, Wes, these situations can be very complex. And unless you're experienced, unless you're legally experienced in accidents like this, situations like this, it's not too hard for experienced insurance companies to pull the wool over the eyes of people who are new to this kind of situation. So by all means, give us a call. We'll give you advice. If need be, we'll get together, and if we seem to be on common ground with each other, then perhaps we're going to represent you, and you're going to retain us to be your lawyers to do that. So by all means, give us a call. Don't be in the dark. We can shed some light on the situation you're in.
Excellent. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Wes.
Yes, sir. Thank you.